energy. It takes energy and intensity to get things done in life. Life changing. Sometimes people comment on my weight loss pictures. I lost 200 pounds. They say, Sam, those pictures are so inspiring. They're life changing. Different things I've done with my life, surviving extreme climates, living in my car. So it's amazing that you've changed your life so dramatically. To change your life and to live to fulfill your destiny, you need energy and you need intensity. It has to be under self-control. But some people don't get that energy. Some people don't get how you have to work yourself up to the point where you motivate yourself and you have to use that energy and harness it to go walking when it's cold out, to go to the gym when you don't want to show up to work when you don't want to. The energy has to be harvested and focused and used. Some people don't get that. I get it all the time. I got it today. Some old guy commented with a beer gut, on my last night's video. He goes, oh, so, you're so much energy. Would you have too much caffeine? No, I don't have a beer gut like you with a wife that resents me and kids that don't like me. I actually do amazing things with my life. I don't sit on my couch, watch politics, and masturbate to Trump or masturbate to Obama. I don't sit around waiting for other people to change my life. I go out there and change my own life. I don't make videos announcing that I'm going to go live on Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I go out there and I upload a video every day, okay? Whatever you need to do in life, you got to work yourself up. And people look at you with all that energy and they're overwhelmed, so they push back on you. They push back on you, say, calm down, don't be so upset. And they're out of shape. And their family can't stand them. They got a string of unhealthy relationships, and they need a beer to inspire them. Huh. They got to get drunk to get inspired. They got to have wine with their girlfriends to get inspired. That's the type of people you deal with. I don't deal with those people. That's why I'd rather be alone in life, because I know how to inspire myself. And I like to be around like-minded people. That's so important. Because when someone starts to be a vampire, an emotional vampire, and they suck your energy, they take a cheap shot at your energy level. What they're doing is molesting you. Molestation is abuse. That's the definition. Look up molestation. It's abuse. Cosby's, I'll grab your pussy. They know all that. But do you know about emotional abusers? There are people that look at you, whether it's out of jealousy, spite, or whatever it is, and they look to knock down your energy level because they want to molest you. What's another reason someone molests you? Because they want to control you. Molestation is a form of abuse. Abuse is a form of control. People want to control something that they don't have. And instead of the people looking in the mirror and say, what do I need to do to get my energy level up to be intense about my life? What they do is they molest other people, low character people, corrupt people, evil people. Emotional molestation is just as evil as physical molestation. It is. Because if you allow yourself to get emotionally molested, what are you going to do with your life? You're not going to do anything. You're not going to be confident. You're not going to be able to show up and to be yourself and to be joyful. You're not going to be able to use your creativity. What's the number one killer of creativity? Self-doubt. How if you've allowed them to molest your emotions, control your emotions? You should be under self-control, but you should not be under control of the people who want to molest you, who want to abuse you. Your family members can abuse you. I had a father that tried very hard, but he couldn't sustain healthy relationships because he couldn't control himself. He was never like really crazy or really wild, but But I feel he would get anxieties. He had OCD, he would have to have everything very neatly. Everything needed to be neat. He had a lot of anxieties, a lot of energy. So one mistake he made is I think he had too many relationships. I think if you have high anxiety, you shouldn't have that many relationships. Why? Because you need to be able to burn that energy off. And if you have a partner and if you have kids, you can't burn that energy off. You're going to put that energy on them. That nervous Nelly energy goes right on those people. And who do I blame that, have kids? Look, you have one kid, you have two kids, you have three kids. Who's having kids? It's not Kim Kardashian doing surrogate fathers and surrogate parents. It's you having unprotected sex. Who do I blame? People who do that. Look, come on. But instead of him figuring out what he needed to do to get his energy levels right, to burn off that energy in a healthy way, he would, at times, emotionally molest people. He would emotionally put his burdens on other people because he didn't want to do the work of his life. That's control. I had friends that when I tried to change my life and go into church, some of them looked at me, oh, what are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? And right now they got beer guts, they got kids with multiple girls, and they look horrible, total disgrace. Now, am I judging them? No, but what I'm trying to tell you is there was a couple of friends that really made snide comments in front of mostly behind my back, okay? But it was the emotional abuse, whether it was directly to me or directly to other people, because they were trying to control, they were trying to abuse me so that I stayed at the same level as them. Abuse is to keep you down. Abuse is to keep you down. Molestation is to keep you down. It's to keep you as a prisoner. Molestation is prison. Sexual, emotional, physical, doesn't matter. You become a prisoner to your insecurities, you have found a place where they can't penetrate. You learn to quickly separate yourself from people who emotionally molest you. Why do you need them in your life? You don't need them in your life. Which you're going to find out if you go forward in life. You don't need many people in your life. You need a few positive ones and you'll find them. But you won't find them keeping the wrong relationships in your life. And I want you to be very sensitive to any time someone emotionally molests you, because it will destroy your life just like being physically molested will. I knew a girl that was physically molested. I knew a couple. I knew a couple guys too. They didn't really talk about it, but I could see it affected their life. But I definitely know some girls that were willing to talk about it. And one girl I knew that was willing to talk about it, she said that's how she formed an eating disorder. Because the eating disorder was one way for her to control herself, control her life, control her circumstances. And it's all about control. Because when you've been molested, physically or emotionally, you crave control. It's almost like, that 50 Shades of Grey movie when it's about like domination sex. It's all a mind game of control. If you ever watched that movie, 50 Grades of Shade, I didn't see like the physical. I wasn't really focused on the physical molestation was part of it. But the real sin in that movie was the emotional that man put on that woman. He had to belittle that woman. And she was fully submissive. That's emotional abuse. And some people don't even look at that serious. You're taking it too serious. And that's why you have a fucking miserable life. That's why you're out of shape. You're not happy with your life. You're looking at Bob Wells, a diabetic man that doesn't have a job, that's out in the desert collecting donations for RVs. Is that your inspiration? And I should be no better. You should be your inspiration. I shouldn't be your inspiration either. A guy in his car at Starbucks, you should be your own inspiration. But you got to get your energy level up like this. Okay? Because that's real inspiration. It's too much for some people. It's too loud. It's too vulgar. It's too, I need something soft. Because they need something soft and therapeutic because they're not ready to get intense. They're ready for Oprah and Weight Watchers to get them in shape. Huh. You think those other overweight women collecting money from you are serious about your health? Fucking break. They can't wait to molest you financially. And so I understand there's a lot of energy. I understand it's very loud, and I understand people can't handle that. But I also understand I can't be emotionally molested. Because I understand that's a form of control. I understand that pushes me backwards, and I end like this. The only way you go forward in life is with a lot of energy. Harness energy under self-control. I failed sometimes. It takes a while to harness it. But you got to have energy. Some people can't even get out of bed. I see some Instagram posts like if all you did today was get out of bed, give yourself a pat on the back. That's oh shit. No wonder 70% of society is miserable. Should you give yourself a pat on the back for getting out of bed? Yeah, if you're 75, if you're 35 and you're struggling to get out of bed, what are you doing? Are you playing Let Me Seduce My Therapist? Or is that the game you're playing? Or are you playing I want to get serious about my life? And these are my thoughts tonight. How important your emotional well-being is. You should take your emotional well-being just as sacred as you take your physical well-being. And when someone molests you, when someone tries to control you and knock you down and make you look at yourself like, why are you so intense? You look at them. You look at their life. You look at their history. You look to see if they have if they ever caught a case for someone filing a restraining order against them. I remember someone saying something negative to me, and I'm saying to myself, didn't you have a couple of restraining orders filed against you? I mean, it's you got to really take a look at other people that are giving you this abuse, and you got to take a look at their track record. Sometimes I look at people's tag names. I try to figure out, is this person sincere or are they just a troll lurking? I look at their tag name, I figure it out immediately. I look at their content and how they present themselves. And what I see is a bunch of people that have been molested, physically and emotionally. And they try to most people that have been molested, they continue that generational cycle. The struggle to control others, that's what it is. Because all their life they've been controlled. It's a disgraceful thing. It's evil. You got to set yourself free. Let no one control you. All right, that's the structured topic. Now we go into all live comments, and that's it. Love and respect. Well, for those who don't know, every night I go live on this channel. You can follow me on Instagram at the word inspire, the symbol _38. I post before I go live. You can come in the live chat, leave a comment. You can tell me about your life. Now, look, sometimes my videos are intense, and sometimes they're mellow, but they're who I want to be at that moment. People who get me. People who don't never will. You cannot live your life based on who doesn't get you. You'll be chasing your tail. I see plenty of people do that in life. They chase their tail. And you got to go forward. And I also appreciate if you click the thumbs up and you share the video. Thank you. Now, all live comments. Chad, about that time, bro. Yeah. Chad, got us waiting. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate the anticipation. I see you growing out there. And, usually I go live around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I was pretty close. But I have to leave myself freedom to kind of just do me. But I'll show up as long as I physically can. Good to see you, Nick. What's up, Sam? What's up, man? Gabriel? Hey, amigo. What's up to you? Tom. Good evening, Tom. How are you, brother? Love and respect to Boom, man. Green. Hey, Sam. Hey, Queen. Did your package arrive yet? I'm a traveler, man. Howdy. Good to see you, brother. Pineapple emoji. Thank you for the comments today, too. It's cold. Well, it's, what is it now? It's like 62 degrees. I know it's cold for us Floridians. But I was speaking to my mom. I think it was like 4 degrees in New Jersey. What did I do when it was 4 degrees in New Jersey? I walked outside. Unless you're a senior citizen or you have a physical disability, I don't know why your fat ass is signed up for Weight Watchers and you're not going to go outside and walk. That's the truth. Now, does that mean? That's not mean. That comes from a guy who lost 200 pounds. Oprah didn't lose 200 pounds. You DiGiorno pizza heating up? If you got the DiGiorno pizza heating up and you're going to go to your weigh-in after the snow's cleared, it's a disaster. That's what I've seen in my life. Now, but I know some people struggle with weight. I mean, so I have compassion. Everyone's different. But I had to separate myself from everyone that couldn't understand how intense I have to be for myself. And I know I'm intense. I know I'm not for everyone. I don't try to be for everyone. I've tried that game. I've tried to be everything to everyone. Guess what I learned? You can't do it. And you end up basically just destroying your own life. Be for yourself, and then those people who are like-minded will connect. Good job. And Travel Van also says glad he has extra blankets. Well, brother, this is great car sleeping weather, man. Like 50s, 40s at night. That's beautiful. That's the best time to sleep. I cuddled up. Last night I actually had my sleeping bag on me. Usually I don't use a sleeping bag down here in Florida, but I still have it from New Jersey when it was negative below. Everyone smashed that leg. Thank you, Tom. Apathy. Hey, Sam. Ignore the haters. Oh, I do. And this isn't about the haters. This is about an observation. If you, apathy, Tom Hanks, Queen, Daddy Geek, if you don't realize that people in your life will emotionally molest you, I'm not talking about a YouTube channel, it's beyond that. About life. A lot of people have no confidence. Apathy, I remember you telling me that you retreated from a level of social media because of the trolls. But it's not just social media. This is real life. Social media is a reflection of life. You should have people that recognize your gift, that speak to your gift, and that encourage your gift. And what I've learned in life, I don't think you can use your gift and be passive. I think in life, to fulfill your destiny, I think you have to be under self-control. So I'm very conscious of that. I failed in that manner. I understand that. And you have to understand, look, would I go live an hour or so at night? I mean, I have to give it to you raw, and I have to come in here at a certain level, but for the most part, I mean, I could be more calm during the day, but in my mind, I have a mindset of intensity, even when I'm calm. I have a mindset of what's going to push me forward. And, waking up every morning and showing up, there's a mindset that you have to be intense. Some people don't get that. And that's why some people struggle their whole life. They're trying to figure out why they're up all night and they sleep during the day, because you're not getting intense enough. You're not getting yourself worked up. You're not inspiring yourself. And there's no pill to solve it. In my opinion, do what you want. But this is what I learned in my life, and this is how I live my life. Is my life for everyone? No. Should everyone live like me? No. Should I live like everyone else? No. We should all be ourselves. And you should never be around anyone that doesn't embrace you. Why? Because that's an emotional molestation. Every time you have to be like someone else for them to accept you, you're being molested. You're being molested. You might as well drop your panties, your emotional panties, because you're getting molested. People don't want to hear that. It's a shame. I think in school they should teach emotional molestation. Your CCD class, let's teach emotional molestation. Forget the 10 Commandments. Let's talk about emotional molestation, okay? Because most people I know who got molested, some of them were in the church, okay? So let's skip the 10 Commandments this Sunday, and let's talk about emotional molestation, okay? You want to talk about that? They don't want to talk about that, so they'll just keep up the tradition. That's okay. Queen, how was your day? It was good overall. It's Monday, so back to work. I went to the Martin Luther King parade today. Well, that's great. Where at? Yes, it's Martin Luther King Day as I make this live feed here in the United States of America. Martin Luther King was a civil rights leader named after Martin Luther, who was a reformist in the Christian church. Because I believe Martin Luther King he had a different name of birth, and then his father gave him Martin Luther name. But he was a civil rights leader here in America. And also he was involved in social economic rights. And so a big part of his mission and his dream has come true. There's a lot more than in the 1960s. What year was Martin Luther King killed? I believe in the 1960s. Somebody Google that and put that in the live feed. So let's see what year Martin Luther King was assassinated. And then let's see how we reflect on where we're at today in 2019. I'm going to Google it if no one's going to get it, because I think it's important to understand the context of time. Okay? I'm the only one that got Google tonight. That's all right. I'll do it. Martin. 1968. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that, brother. So Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in 1968. Okay. So civil rights were still in the wing. So were women rights, minority and women rights. 1968, not too long ago. Okay. Where was I in 1968? I wasn't born yet. Okay. Where were you in 1968? But it took that long for society to filter out and to change. And a lot has changed. I think America's come a long way. I think, like everything, there's still room for improvement. But I think it's good to know the dates. I think it's good to know what society was like in the 1960s versus the 2019. Because I think a lot of people forget that. And they don't think anything has changed, or they think things got worse. No idea about the context of history. They're just totally watching political talking points. Be careful out there. Good job. Hydration break. Thank you. Queen, I'm sorry, not Queen, Daddy Geek. We are your friends, and I appreciate that. And we cloud all those haters. Yeah, I appreciate that. This is not directed necessarily at haters. This is, like I say, I mean, to me, YouTube, thank you, Daddy Geek. I'm going to finish reading your comment, but this is very important to me. YouTube, to me, is just a reflection of my life. I mean, I'm out on, I understand how some people, like, they take some backlash online and they get real upset. I've been through a lot worse in life than people online saying crazy stuff. I take that with a huge grain of salt. So I want you to understand that these messages are not about, like, me necessarily just pushing back on the YouTube world or the social media world. This is about life. Like I said, these are examples. When I tried to get my life together and stop hanging out and stop doing stupid stuff and I went to church, it was friends, some friends who emotionally molested me. Okay. When I would walk my fat ass outside, and when I was losing 200 pounds, it was family members and neighbors who sometimes emotionally molested me, said I was being too intense. I shouldn't walk in a blizzard. This is very important for me to share, because this is my real life. And this is how I changed my life. I didn't change my life through being passive. I changed my life through cutting out people who emotionally molested me and saying, look, if I got to walk, there's a level of your destiny you have to walk alone. You have to. And the more you avoid that, the more you end up in a bitter marriage, the more you end up with fake friends, and the more you end up scared to use your creativity, because yes, then some troll may come and say something to you, and then you're going to hide under a rock the rest of your life. So this is an observation. This is very important to me. Daddy Geek continues. Sam, don't give them any of your awesome energy. I'm giving this as a life lesson to everyone. Much love and respect. Thank you. Magical hearts and the heart wrap. Thank you, Daddy Geek. Queen, what did you do today? I woke up tomorrow. Hank, hey Hank, what's up, man? My family doesn't care about me. Okay. And they tell me I can't live in my van. Well, brother, if you're not going to live on their property, it doesn't matter what your family says, okay? Because as an adult, if they're not paying for what you're doing, and if you're not living on their property, who cares? That's what I basically started telling people. That's what I told my father. That's what I told anyone who didn't like it. For me, I take great pleasure out of cutting people out of my life. It's one less burden. People are burdens to me. People that are unsupportive, people that are emotionally immature and they molest others, they emotionally molest others, they're a burden to me. I don't want them in my life. I can't wait till they expose themselves so I cut them right out. Sometimes I like it when I go on an Instagram flurry and I upload a lot of stuff. I say, all right, well, let's see what asshole can't take this amount of energy, and they're just going to unfollow me. Because to me, as soon as someone cuts themselves out of my life, or I have to cut them out, to me, it's a joyous day. It's one less burden I have to carry. And so for me, I don't take it as sad. I mean, I know, like, some people want to make it. For me, praise the Lord, you expose yourself, bye. Because, I understand that there's enough positive people out there that will support you. And at the end of the day, you got to be your own best friend. Because at the end of the day, when you're in a hospital bed, which I've been, guess who cares? Just you. It's just you and God. And so, for me, I'm not worried about, Mr. Handjob 1964 coming in here leaving a comment. I'm worried about, keeping myself in a healthy place and going forward. Because, I know most people aren't. I've observed life. I've observed the overwhelming percentage of society is miserable, living paycheck to paycheck, emotionally unhealthy, mentally unhealthy, physically unhealthy, and they masturbate to the government shutdown or whatever the hot topic of the day is because they're not doing the work of their life. I understand it. I'm not going to do it. I understand it. I have compassion on it. My mom, I love my mom. She watches the Hallmark Channel to get her mind off life because she knows life sucks for her right now. I understand that, but I have to be determined. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to, be like these other people and I live my whole life for politics or for unhealthy relationships, or I live my whole day for having a beer at night and my energy. Queen. Hello, Daddy Geek. How are you doing? Daddy Geek. Hey, Queen. And Apathy. Hope you're both doing good. Thank you, Daddy Geek. Apathy. Emotional molestation, intense topic. Yeah, thank you. I feel emotionally molested by Trump. I know you don't like Trump. Every day, Sammy, for real. Well, I can understand, but again, Trump has done some good things. Obama did some bad things. I voted for Obama. I voted for Hillary Clinton. But what I could try to tell you is the Democrats are making a mistake with this shutdown because there's already a wall built. The wall does not change immigration policy. So I don't understand why they're making a big deal of this. Negotiate some social economic reform for the people and even change some immigration policy and let Trump. It's an ego thing. It's an ego thing, and it's stupid. It's hurting the people. It's not based on any policy. And all the Democrats were for a wall previously. So what I've learned in politics is when there's a righteous stance to take it. But this isn't a righteous stance. This is a stupid stance. This is not building a wall is not immoral. It's not. We already have them. So it'd be stupid to say they're immoral. It's so, and they all, Pelosi and even Obama, they all were going to build a wall anyway. So it's just it's being stupid. And you have to save that fight. I don't understand why they didn't fight this hard during corporate tax reform. When they get that was a fight they should have dug their heels in. They should have been blasting Trump, and they totally just let it go. I mean, they gave a little resistance, but they weren't fired up. So, for me, they're fighting the wrong battles. The only person that I think can beat Trump in 2020, other than me, but I'm not going to run, not yet, is Harold Schultz, the CEO of Starbucks. I think he can win. Look, I like Andrew Yang, but that guy, he don't have enough energy. I've been watching his Instagram. He's going to be on Joe Rogan next month, but he don't got enough energy, man. He's got good data. I like some of his policies, but the guy's got low energy, man. And you need energy. That's part of the reason why Trump won. I remember the debate when he said Jeb Bush got low energy, and it's true. Your energy levels matter. Sometimes it's too intense. I agree, but you got to have energy. Hillary Clinton, she just sat on her butt and she just thought she was going to walk into the White House. I remember when she lost, I remember a friend of mine said, Sam, look, everything in life you got to fight for. You can't just think people are going to hand it to you. And that's what Hillary did. She thought she was just going to mosey her way into the White House. She didn't stay aggressive. You have to stay aggressive in life. Because believe me, it's so easy to go backsliding. Believe me, it's easy to find yourself on Popeye's chicken lot, again, eating fried chicken because it's cold tonight. Oh, it's cold. I can't go walking. Let me go eat some greasy soup. It's so easy to have that mindset. You have to always be intense, under self-control. Now, again, where I failed is you have to have compassion, because when you get intense, it's easy to look over compassion. That's where I disagree with Trump. I don't believe but he's not empathetic. He's never been. But that's where I disagree with him very strongly. He lacks empathy. And you need that. That's part of leadership. But the other side of it is too witsy-watsy. You got to have balance. Society struggles for balance. But I love you, Apathy. All right, hydration break, guys. I'm giving it the best I got. Queen, yes, I'm doing fine, Daddy Geek. I love the love, man. That's great. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you, everyone, for joining. All the good people here, Apathy, Queen, Tom, Daddy Geek, everyone, Chad. I just want you to know before I continue on my things here, I have to start to show off and I try to get off my chest what I'm feeling. Well, I don't take you for granted. And I mean that. Because, look, at the end of the day, I'll walk alone if I need to. I've done that other times in my life. But recognize the value of positive people encouraging you along the way. So look, even if you decide tomorrow that you never want to speak to me again, just know that for the people that do support me and get me, just know you're appreciated, you're valued, and I thank you. That's important to me, to show gratitude. I think you need to make a practice of pausing, and that's part of being under self-control. Okay, because I could easily just keep going. I know how to do that, and I could just keep. And it's corny sometimes, and it stops momentum, but it's a good habit to stop and show gratitude in life. Some of the most bitter, unhealthy people in my own family, their number one problem is they're never thankful. Even when they get a win, even when they finally get disability, even when they finally get a job opportunity, even when they get something handed to them, they're never thankful. And I think that's their downfall. An unthankful person, I don't think they'll ever go forward in life. I don't. I have compassion on them. I understand how hard this world is. I try not to ever say, look, yeah, and I hope everyone goes to heaven. I hope there is a heaven. But I don't want to be around anyone that's unthankful. I don't want to be around them. I build my life around avoiding them. That's the truth. And I'm okay with having no one in the chat room. I'm okay with having no people in my contact list on my phone. I will go out of my way until God calls me home to stay away from the unthankful. That's how serious it is. The unthankful emotionally molest you. Let me tell you something about an unthankful person. They'll give you a gift. They'll give you a gift and then they'll molest you emotionally. You want to know one of the tricks of an abuser? After they abuse you, they give you a gift. After someone abuses you, they give you a gift. It's a form of keeping you under control, of sedating your mind. Powerful. Daddy Geek. I was overwhelmed with pain today. Thank you for sharing. But I am above ground. I really respect how positive you are. I mean, that's my vibe with Daddy Geek. Look, every time I talk to Daddy Geek, she's thankful. I know she got some stuff in life she could complain about. And that's why me and her vibe. And that's the type of people I want to be around. Smash that like button. Yeah, and she's worried about me. I mean, see that? I mean, I would wish she would take care of herself as far as like just, I love you, Daddy Geek. And let's surround Sam with some love tonight. Let's surround Daddy Geek with some love tonight. Everyone in this live chat, please send a prayer emoji to Daddy Geek. Because here she is, she's suffering. And, she think about me. I want her to take care of herself, and I love you. But she's thankful, and I know God's going to bless her. I've seen that in my life, and I believe that. I'm a traveling man. No cat hoodie tonight. Nah, it's not not cold yet. Ain't you cold? No, I'm not. Because I'm fired up. When I do these sermons, I get fired up. Because, and even like I was all fired up, I was walking. I went for like a 5-mile walk. I was working myself up. I was listening to music. I was posting on my Instagram. I was like, I got to keep walking. Because after I had dinner, I'd sat there in my car. I was in the parking lot in a beach park. And I was unmotivated to go for a walk. And I said to myself, Sam, here I am. I built my whole life to be in Florida in the winter. Am I going to stare at my phone and see other weight and look at other people who are overweight watching the government shutdown tell me about what's going on in their life? Or am I going to say, F this, put my sneakers on and go for a walk? And that's what I did. I didn't come down to Florida to sit my fat ass in my car and watch YouTube. I came to go for a walk in the middle of the winter. And I see that intensity. That's what you have to do. If not, you're going to get sedated. And some people don't understand that. That's why they join whatever diet plan they join. That's why they have whatever fake friends they have. Because it takes that intensity. It really does. Tom, heart emojis. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Tom. Thank you. Chad, 2 thumbs up. Chad, 3 thumbs up. Chad, like I said, man, I see you growing, brother. And you gave a great comment today. A very mature comment. And maturity is a sign of a man, okay? And Chad said that he just realized it wasn't his strength to be in a relationship or to have too many commitments, and it wasn't for him. And that's strength too. It's strength, maturity, and leadership to know yourself and to know what you're good at. There's things I'm not good at. I don't try to do them. I try to do things. I try to play to my strengths in life. I'm more happier. I'm more fulfilled. I go further in life. Don't try to play your weaknesses. Play your strengths. And, you know, it's okay to say, look, I'm not that good at this, but I'm great at this. I'm going to do this. And good job, brother. Daddy Geek. Sam, knock that monkey off your back and feel the love in the room. No, I do. I appreciate that. Muscle emoji, prayer, girl dancing, heart, and blow kiss. Thank you. No, I got no monkey on my back. I never did. I never try to prove anything to anyone, but I keep myself worked up. Because, like I said, if I didn't work myself up tonight, guess what I would do? I would just sit in my car. I wouldn't have went for an evening walk. You know how many people I know didn't go for an evening walk today? Even people in Florida. Do I know people in Florida who it got 68 degrees today and it was too cold to go for a walk? Yeah, I seen them. So believe me, like if you think Florida's going to change your life and you don't change your habits, no. No, you're going to be overweight, out of shape, smoking cigarettes in the parking lot, in your van, you know, at Publix. I see people do it all the time. Plenty of people living in their car down here uninspired. I can make a whole video series of the uninspired people in Florida. There's a lot. But I got to work myself up. Oh, Sensei, oh my God, Sensei, it's amazing the Filipino conversion rate is off the hook. Thanks, Sam. It's only lets me send peace. Good chat. Well, I appreciate that. It's the first time I had a super chat from the Philippines. That is sweet. That is great. Thank you so much for the love, Sensei. Love and respect to you. And to me, it's touched my life to be able to share with people, that viewers from the Philippines. And so that's the good part I like about the internet is you're going to see, as we sit here on Martin Luther King Day, what you're going to see is as society is interconnected, and as we talk about immigration reform, we're shutting down right now the U.S. government for immigration reform since she's from a different country. She may want to migrate here one day. I know plenty of Filipino friends that have migrated and become legal citizens, just like my forefathers came from into Ellis Island, they migrated. So humanity is the same. There's good and bad everywhere. There's good and bad in the Philippines. There's good and bad in America. And you need both. Look, you need immigration and you need border security. I agree with that. I don't think that's a bad thing to say both. And so that's why I'm saying I think this is something that could be figured out very easily. As far as the policy, I think it's a very immature debate. I don't think this is a debate about substance policy that's going to affect people's life. I think this is a showpiece. And it's a distraction. It's a distraction for you getting your health together. You know, for months, people love this. They love the drama. You know, sometimes I look around at YouTube. Thank you again, Sensei. Sometimes I look around on YouTube and I said, damn, this person's got a lot of views. And I watched their video and I said, damn. But there's no, for me, there's no substance. But what I say is what they do have is they have drama. You know, their RV stuck in the mud. Or they're going to talk about like having sex with somebody. Like, there's a huge drama. And yeah, I can understand that. I mean, I could be a little bit dramatic and I can understand that people want excitement. No one wants a boring life. I mean, if I just came here and I was like, tiddly-doo, tiddly-doo, tiddly-doo. I mean, yeah, I understand that. But don't get distracted in life. You know, distraction is a form of molestation. It's control. That's why I say I think a big part of this whole, whether it's a political thing or whatever thing, is when you're distracted, your energy is controlled by someone else. Like today, I was driving behind someone. I was driving behind like a traffic jam. And I said, why the hell is there so much traffic? I didn't see anything up the road. There was an accident. It was all the way on the side of the road. It was affecting no one. Everyone was okay. But everyone was what they call rubber necking. Meaning they were stopped to look at the accident. Even though it was totally over, everyone was fine. The cop was there. Everything was good. But it was a 10-minute delay just because people took their energy and they focused on something that had nothing to do with them. They could not help the situation. They couldn't do anything about it. And so they got molested. They got controlled. They could have used that energy to go for a walk instead of looking at an accident on the side of the road. But that's a parable. That's an analogy for life. And that's how people are in life. And so love and respect. But thank you again, Sensei. That was a magical super chat. Thank you so much, man. That was nice. That was very nice. Thank you. That's cute. We'll go back to the live comments. Yeah, Traveling Van. He said, I looked at my weather app. I think good to have you back, Traveling Van. I miss you when you're not here, man. Because like I say, Traveling Van was one of my earlier viewers, and we both love different areas of Florida, and I love you, brother. And he goes, I look at my weather app, and it said 38 degrees Fahrenheit. This morning, it was almost that cold. It was a little bit warmer where I'm at. Last night down in South Florida, it was 44 degrees when I woke up in Florida, in South Florida tonight, and yesterday, tomorrow. Stay warm and don't catch a cold. Yeah, no, I did think about that. I had my hoodie on this morning, and I have my my triple goose down sleeping bag on. Thank you, brother. Somebody was in my camp spot again last night. I don't know what's. I just parked on the side. Tom, 3 hearts. Thank you. Oh, I read these already. I'm going backwards. I'm sorry. Tom, been getting back in the gym the last 2 weeks. There you go. Feeling so much better. Muscle emoji 100. Good job. Amazing how much energy I get and oxygen to my brain. Physical health is tied into your mental health, and your emotional health plays a part in both. Mind, body, and soul. Never neglect your emotional energy, your emotional well-being, how people make you feel. If you go to the gym, you're going to feel better about yourself. But if you go to the gym and you feel better about yourself, and you have someone in your life that doesn't compliment you, that doesn't encourage you, that doesn't support you, you're going to always think you're ugly. You're going to always think you're subpar, no matter how good in shape you get. I know people, remember Khloe Kardashian had like the revenge body? And for what? Why would you want a revenge body? I mean, I did that at one point in my life, so I don't want to judge. But what I'm trying to say is, just remember, if you have the wrong people in your life, it doesn't matter if you have a revenge body, because Tristan's still going to cheat on you. She still got cheated on. She got in the best shape of her life. She still got cheated on. Why? Because she had the wrong people in her life. And there's plenty of times in life where you have to be alone until the right people can come around. It's a very serious thing. Apathy. I hit that like button. Thank you. First thing I do, I appreciate that. That matters to me. It's encouraging. I thank you. Much love and respect. Thank you. Black trolls in real life. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Good. Not just virtual. Yes. And it's very important. Your biggest hurdle in life, this is what I've learned. This is my real life experience. Your biggest hurdle in life are the wrong people in your life. I know plenty of hardworking, good-natured, positive people, not negative people, positive people that get stuck in life because they keep wrong people in their life. They try to save someone. They try to get someone to like them. They try to get someone else in shape. Every minute you spend trying to get your friend in the gym, you could have been in the gym working out. Don't try to save anyone. Try to save yourself. I've experienced that in a church game. I remember they were like, oh, let's go to the park and hand out pamphlets. And most of their marriages were failing. Whoa, before we hand out pamphlets, let's get our own house in order. Let's take care of ourselves. Let's go home early and watch Super Bowl and watch porn. Why? Because we need that. We need to be a little bit more happier. True. Daddy Geek. Great job, Ed Sam. Yeah, you're doing good. Gilbert. Hey, Gilbert. I just got here. And what I'm hearing is so true, Sammy. Thank you. I believe that is what has happened to me. There you go, brother. Always told I couldn't do what I knew I could do, but most made me doubt myself. Anyone in your life that chips away at your confidence and makes you doubt yourself, they are molesting you. And you have to start looking at it like that. You shouldn't take a sarcastic comment lightly. As soon as I get a sarcastic comment, whether it's on YouTube or in real life, I block them out of my life. Why? Because that chips away at your confidence. It makes you doubt yourself. You've been molested. You've been controlled by another person. I only want to have people in my life that speak to my confidence, that speak to my well-being, not my insecurities. If you want to have people in your life that speak to your insecurities, get ready to chase your tail the rest of your life. Because you'll never go forward. You'll constantly try to please them, and all they're going to do is control you to the day you die. Till the day you die, they will control you because they've molested you emotionally. And that's the truth. Apathy. So true, Tom. I'm doing the same. I actually love working out. Good job, Apathy. Hydration break. Don't forget to drink water. Good job. Tom, Can't sit around too long indoors and being lazy molest me. Yeah, Tom, you get it. Good job, Tom. It's good to laugh, Tom. Thank you, Dad, to geek positive people here tonight. Terry. Hey, Terry. True on emotional control. Yeah, you know. Went through that as a kid. Good job, brother. Some is just bad parenting. No, that's true, too. Some is intentional. Terry, great comment. Terry, 28 degrees tonight. I don't miss that. Void, sad, but true. Thank you, brother. Apathy. My mother was my installation. Still is. Bob Wells worked for almost 30 years. He was riding off his pension. His wife dumped him and started living in his box truck, and then he started YouTubing. This day he started getting followers who wanted the nomadic like him. No, he's done a good job. I understand what you're saying, but I can tell he's pretty sick of it. No, that's fair. I understand what you're saying, and I have to be fair in my evaluation. He's done a lot of good. He's helped people. So I use that kind of like just as a reference point in my mind. But to be fair, you're right. He's added some positive things to help other people. But again, for me, how I look at it is that's how I look at it. But I understand what you're saying, and I want to be fair. So I have to be under self-control. And so I could take a step back from myself and say it's a fair comment. And that's the thing. Like, if you're just all intense, if you're just all about blasting people, you're always going to blast Trump. You're always going to blast Bob Wells. I mean, I could take a step back and I could look. I say, you know what? Trump's right on this. Just like I took a step back sometimes and I say, you know what? Obama's wrong on this. Or Hillary's. You know, I could step back from my passion under self-control. That's the key. And then sometimes I failed. And I could say this person's right or that person's wrong. Some people can't. They're so locked in. They love Trump so much, or they love Hillary so much, or they love Obama so much. They can't pull back. Everything is like, it's just all or nothing. And, you know, sometimes it's very dangerous. You won't grow like that. Hacking. What's up, man? Hello, Gilbert. Every time I start to succeed, they've always needed me to help them out of whatever. They were in and out. I put me on hold to help them deny myself. Okay, I can understand that. Later saying it probably wasn't going to work anyway. Gilbert, I can understand that. And that does sound like emotional molestation to me. Apathy. Sam, hydration break. Thank you. I appreciate you thinking about me. I don't mean that in a controlling way. Laugh emoji. Good job, Apathy. I appreciate you. Apathy. Oh, the rainbow emoji. Good job. Free to be me. What's up, brother? I've been molested emotionally. Good job. For years by my wife. I can understand. Now I'm free to be me. Well, your tag name says it all. Good job, brother. If you ever question what someone is about, look at their tag name. That's it. Like online, all you have to do is look at their tag name. Look at their profile picture. If their profile picture is a skull and crossbone, get the hell out of there. If their profile picture is them in a bikini, get out of there. The hottest women I knew posted the most provocative pictures, and they were the most insecure. The men that I knew that posted like the Punisher, death, skull, crossbone, they were mentally unstable, and they like to let off fireworks. They love fireworks and alcohol. Total disaster. In my opinion, do what you want. Good job. Apathy. 4 below today in Massachusetts. Oh my God, it's a disaster. Did someone annoy you today? No, this is just a mindset. I posted that on my Instagram. My Instagram is the word inspire_38. I posted a flurry of pictures, including me being 350 pounds, and then down to one of my lower weights around 170. And I was working myself up to go for a walk because I could have easily just got seduced into waiting to go live tonight. And you see that energy. If I allowed people to get to me, if I allowed people to emotionally manipulate, I wouldn't have energy like that. I would come in here with my tails between my legs. I wouldn't even come in here. You know how many people I know that start something, never finish? I'm not saying, you finish everything you start, because some things you may figure out, I don't like this. That's okay. But there's a certain intensity you have to show up every day, to show up to your life, whether it's a YouTube channel, whether it's your work job place, whether it's going for a walk every day, being consistent. My brother Tom Hanks posted this morning when I uploaded a video, like I upload every day. He said, Sam, you're the most consistent person I know, muscle emoji on YouTube. Now, I'm sure there's other people out there to do it. I'm not the best. I understand that. I have an honest evaluation of myself. But there's something to be said for that mindset. And that's what I'm speaking on tonight. There's a mindset you have when you're in a healthy, forward-going, intense, self-control way. When you're molested emotionally, you don't have that mindset. You have a passive, controlled, timid mindset. The scriptures specifically warn us not to be timid, to be bold as lions, that God gave us a sound mind, power, love, and self-discipline, not to be timid. Many people out there are timid. And I'm not talking about go out there and start fights with people. That's not the type of aggression I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting yourself in the right place. That's the aggression. Being bold to yourself, not to someone else. That's, come on. No one's a tough guy. I've seen a lot of stuff in life, and what I realize is anyone can be beaten at any time. It's not about being a tough guy or tough girl. It's about being intense so that you can push yourself forward. Because you see the energy that it takes to go forward. This is real life. Some people don't have the energy. Now, do they still go forward? Maybe for them. I can't speak to everyone's life. Again, I can't be everything to everyone. I gave up on that, and I'm glad I did. I'm saying for me to go forward in the way I want to go forward for me, I have to have a level of energy to push the engine, to ramp the RPMs up, to get my engine going. And that's what it is. Good job. Teresa, hey, Teresa. Teresa's got a magical job. Teresa, what do you do again for a living? She told me on Instagram. Hey, Sam, I stay awake. See, you get it. She's like, oh my God, like a clinical chemotherapist medication mixer or something. I got to Google it because she left a private message today on Instagram. And I forgot she had told me something like what she does for a living. It was very interesting. Gilbert, 11 degrees in NYC. I heard crazy. Just came in and went to Home Depot to walk. Good job, brother. When it's too cold to walk outside, you go to Home Depot, you go to Walmart, and you walk around. That's what I did. Good job, brother. Chris, thank you, Chris, for Googling the Martin Luther King thing. Thank you, brother. Hey, Sean Love, what's up, man? Good evening, Sam. Good evening to you. Queen, no, I'm still waiting for my package. All right, we got to make sure it gets there safely. Submarine Vets laughing. Bro, Hammy, I'm going in. Good to see you, man. Love and respect to Boston. I know it's cold up there. Chris, I could tell you about spousal manipulation. Speak on it, brother. Chris gave us some love to Sub Vet. Chris, 1968. That's when Martin Luther King was assassinated. Thank you. Submarine Vet, Swan. Jones, 1968. Hey, Jones. Read a great letter by M. Okay. Letter from Birmingham jail. Oh, okay. Love and respect. Thank you for sharing that. Gardner. Hey, Gardner. April 4th. Oh, April 4th, 1968. Was that what it was? Thank you. Jones, 1963. Big corporations awfully emotionally molest their employees. Sometimes, not all times. Definitely true sometimes. But I think the biggest molestation takes place in consumerism and in pitting middle class and lower class people, 80% of society. They pit them against each other. They passed corporate tax reform. There was no government shutdown for corporate tax reform. And we have a government shutdown for a wall that doesn't change immigration policy. It doesn't affect the masses. When we have a shutdown. We didn't have a shutdown for corporate tax reform and the middle class only got a temporary smaller one. Where's the energy? We got molested and we got to right up the ass. Emotionally, right up the ass. And no one cares. That's all right. Chris, April 4th, 1968. Thank you. At the Lauren Hotel in Memphis. Well, I didn't. Memphis. Okay, good. Thank you. To be exact. No, that's great job, Chris. Good job, brother. Gardner, my 12th birthday. Oh, you were 12? Good job. Queen, where do I live? Okay. Keep it private, Queen. I like where you're going with it. Showing love, 1968. Thank you also. Apathy. Emotional abuse can scar the brain. Oh, it can. It can damage your self-confidence. True. Let's continue to read. There are so many people who create great comment here. There are so many people who create so much collateral damage in people's lives and then just walk away. Ain't that the truth? Totally devastate you and everyone around you, and then they're not even there anymore. And you're left holding the crap bag. Good job. Terry, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate that, Terry, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much, man. Love and respect and gratitude. And I want to take time, man. Thank you. The love is appreciated. It's reciprocated. I appreciate positive people. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Terry. But that's true. I mean, look, people who leave collateral damage, the bottom line is no one knows what you need more than you. And you have to stop looking sometimes to other people for what you need to do for yourself. Other people have a piece of it. Like I may spark something in you, but ultimately, I don't know. I know you guys a little bit, right? But only you know you. And so you have to be very conscious that you take that spark from someone else, but then you have to really look inside and see what you need to do to, drive your own engine. Good job. You guys, Alice, superhero. Alice, thank you. Alice, I appreciate that, man. It means something to me. Alice, an interesting viewer, great viewer, was telling me her journey. She deals with chronic pain. I know Daddy Geek also has some issues. I hope you don't mind me sharing, Alice, but let me use this as an opportunity to build on it. Chronic pain, different. I don't know all the details of it, but she was asking me about medical marijuana. And I told her, I smoked marijuana. I smoked weed when I was young, but it was more like not for medical reasons, just for hanging out with people. And for me, it really only made me paranoid and hungry and, all that. But there were plenty of people in here when I brought it up that night that said that the medical marijuana, it was a better option for them because it was either that or some other prescription drug. So I want to use this as an opportunity to say, that's like a policy, right? Where they debate medical marijuana. That's a policy that affects some people. Now, I can only speak on some of it because it doesn't affect my life that much. Because again, I only use weed as a recreational thing. But for everyone out there, you have to remember, and this is what I learned through maturity. You have to remember, everyone's not the same as you. So you may not have chronic illness. So you may not ever understand the perspective of someone who may need medical marijuana or may need disability or may need, you have to understand that everyone has their own unique battles. I understand the delusion is that sometimes people play the game. I got people in my own family do that. But then I also look at people in my own family. I said, after I became mature, I said, you know what? They're not playing the game. They really do have issues. Now, do they exaggerate? I don't know. I kind of evolved on that because what I do see now is I see a level of hurt there. Not just emotional hurt, but there's a lot of issues. There are a lot of people, mind, body, soul. There's a lot of people out there that they need help. It's a very basic way to put it. But for some people, if some help could be medical marijuana rather than a prescription pill from Merck Pharmaceutical, am I against that? I'm not necessarily, no. But I'm also sharing that I don't have too much insight on that because that's something I've never struggled with. But I can have compassion on the pain that other people go through, whether it's physical, mental, emotional. And Alice, so that, I want to thank you again. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Sensi. But I want to share and I want to build. When people share their life with me, I listen. And I think about my own life. Like when Alice was sharing that with me, I thought about my own life. Well, when did I smoke marijuana? How did it make me feel? And then I said, all right, well, that's just my perspective. Let me look at my family member. Let me look at people I know. And then people in the live chat were telling me, look, Sam, I struggle with this and medical marijuana helped me with this. So I have to step back. I have to be more mature because I was once very immature. I have to step back and I have to say, look, other people have other aspects of life that they struggle with that I may not necessarily struggle with. And I think that's where compassion comes in. Now, I understand where we want to go away from compassion because we see abuse. We see people abuse compassion. We see but then I also say, look, people abuse everything. People, you can be super stern and you can be very rigid. People always, but you got to have empathy. And you got to look at the big picture, the context of policies, the context of pain, physical and mental and emotional pain out there. And you have to look at the alternatives. When someone mentioned the other night in a live comment that, Sam, if I didn't do this medical marijuana, I'd be doing this prescription drug, which is very addictive. I said, well, that's actually a good point. I never thought of it like that. Again, do I have the answers there? No, I'm sharing honestly that I only have so much experience with it. So I don't have the answers, but I can share all these different all these different thoughts that develop a perspective and a context greater than my own story, because we all don't have every piece of the puzzle. I don't have every piece of the puzzle. And neither do you. Collectively, through like-minded people, and even people that may disagree. I mean, collectively as society, you try to figure it out. That's where I think the internet and conversation and dialogue grows the forward momentum of human evolution. You know, because you can look at two people who have alcohol every night, they're just sedating themselves. People who have food every night, they sedate themselves. I mean, and when I say food, I say a level of craving food. And again, like there's been times in my life where I tried to get very judgmental towards that. But hey, I mean, I have to do that for myself because that's the energy I have to just stay away from all that. But for some people, I mean, again, everyone should do whatever they want, but I don't know, you know, I just wanted to share that because that's came to my mind, you know, because I think about, you know, Alice and the different things she shared with me. I listen and I feel it. And thank you, Terry. Thank you, Sensi. We go back to the live comments, but I just wanted to spend a moment and reflect. Like I go back, I look, you know, I read people's comments and then I go back and I look sometimes on people's channels. And some people have videos. Whose video did I look at today? I looked at Lived and Let Live. She had 5 views on this video. It was a video she uploaded in the middle of the summer. So here I am. I'm not a big channel, but I want to state this so you get context, right? Right now, I think I have 6,800 subscribers. On my channel, all my videos combined, I think I have about 1.7 million views. My average videos get anywhere from 300 to 600 views per video, average video. So what do? Do I go look to see how I can, you know, I pay attention to people who pay attention to me. I mean, I give energy to people who give good energy to me. So, you know, I was looking at the different viewers that I connect with, and I looked at Live and Let Liv's page. And I looked at a video that had 5 views on today. It was from the beach. And Live and Let Live is a viewer who lost her husband. I might have been to cancer, but I could be wrong. But there's a couple of viewers in here that have lost their spouse through death. And she was on the beach and this is why I like the video. And this is where we're going to get to some good stuff. She was therapeutically sharing that she was at the beach alone. But that in life, and especially for women, she's a woman, from her perspective, that it was very intimidating and a mental barrier to go somewhere alone because she felt she had to be with someone. And a lot of women feel that pressure. I can't go to the movies by myself. I can't go to the beach by myself. And so she was sharing that thought. But she was there anyway, and she was breaking down that barrier. And she was saying like, you can't always count on someone being there. Whether they die, whether, you know, you don't have any friends that want to do that one thing. And I related to that because we're all human. And I thought about the different times in my life where I waited around for friends, where I waited around for lovers. I waited around for other people for me to do something. And you know where I was left? Like Apathy said, I was left holding the bag, holding the crap bag. Sitting at home, end up doing nothing. Waiting all day. Waiting by the phone, waiting by the door, waiting to see a text. Frozen in life. Waiting for someone else to take me out, or, you know what I mean? Take yourself out. You take yourself to the beach. You take yourself for a walk. You don't wait for your spouse. You don't wait for your friends. You don't wait for your family. You learn to build a relationship with yourself, a good one, a healthy one. And you build up your emotional well-being. You're molested emotionally when you wait around for others. They're controlling you. When you sit there and you're waiting for a text, guess what's happening? You're being emotionally molested. You're under control. And so that struck a chord with me when I watched that video today. And so Live and Let Live, if you're out there, love and respect. Back to the live comments. Hey, Jay, what's up, brother? Did I miss something? No. AJ down in Miami. Hey, keep your mental health. Totally agree with that. Keep your mental health strong and healthy is a matter of life and death. I totally agree. I take it that serious, brother. 100 emoji to you. I take my mental health just as serious as I take my physical, and I take my emotional health just as serious. That's what we're talking about tonight, emotional health. Does your emotional health matter? Yeah. When you go to Weight Watchers, do they talk about emotional health? I don't know. I've never been to Weight Watchers. And I'm not picking on Weight Watchers, so please, anyone on the program, don't feel offended. But like I said, my mom's whole side of the family struggled with obesity. I had an aunt that died from obesity, and my mom has diabetes. So they went on every one of those Weight Watchers plans. I had a lot of my friends, their family and their spouses went on that, and I saw it lead to nothing. Now, do they teach you some good principles? It sounded like they did. So again, I don't want to paint a broad picture of unfairness, and I don't want to say like, you shouldn't do it. But for me, I just think a big part of healing in life is, yes, you need at times fellowship, whether it's fellowship over weight control or fellowship over spirituality. You need people to be around, but you really got to learn to read the Bible for yourself. You really got to learn to read the food labels for yourself. You can't depend on Weight Watcher meal package the rest of your life. You can't depend on the pastor's sermon every Sunday. You got to know that Bible for yourself. And then you got to realize a lot of stuff they're taking out of context. And who put this Bible together? A lot of this Weight Watcher shit is just stuff keeping me hooked on their meal plan. What are the ingredients in this? What's the recommended sodium I should have per day? What's the recommended fat I should have per day? I got to do my own research. If not, you're going to be in what they call disillusioned. Did I ever become disillusioned with the church? Yes, I did. Because like I said, then I saw my pastors having adultery. Then I saw, and it's no judgment. We all got issues. So I'm not saying, they blessed me in my life. But what I'm trying to say is I just woke up one day and they're trying to build a bigger church. They can't even take care of the church they got. You got to really learn that your emotional well-being, your physical well-being, your mental well-being, your spiritual well-being, a lot of it comes down to being by yourself and to separating yourself from people who touch you inappropriately emotionally. At the end of me being in that church, I was getting touched inappropriately emotionally, and not even their fault. This was mine. You're going to get a point at Weight Watchers that you're going to feel like they're touching you inappropriately emotionally. They're playing you. They're playing you for a meal plan package. You're eventually going to get to the point where, you feel like Trump manipulated you emotionally. He got you all fired up about the wall, but then he rammed corporate tax reform right up your ass or whatever. Or Nancy Pelosi got you all fired up like this is the stance we need to take. And she's the same one that said we got to pass healthcare reform without reading what's in it. She was just as corrupt. You see what I'm saying? You were touched inappropriately emotionally. You got fired up by certain people, political, religious, Weight Watchers, whatever. You got fired up by them and they're all scamming you. And then you say, oh shit. And you say, I gotta start taking care of me. And that's what I'm talking about tonight. That's why I talk about a major theme in my channel, self-care. Self-care is understanding when someone's touching you inappropriately emotionally. That's abuse. That's manipulation. You should take that damn serious. Oh, yeah. Hydration break, then we go right back to live comments. Good job. Apathy. There is a special place in hell for those folks. Apathy. So true, Jones. Queen. I wasn't born in 1968. Me neither. Apathy. I hear that, Chris. Very true. Karma. Queen. Probably was not even thought of at that time. Jones, 1963. When a woman gives birth, she may have doctors, nurses, her partner with her, but in the end, she is the one who has to do it and endure the pain. Well, amen to that. I'm in agreement. When you're in pain, physically and emotionally, and that's why I made a point to talk about Alice's comment, because as I get more mature in life, and I step back a little bit from my emotions, I try not to trivialize people's pain. I try to let them share, but you gotta do what's best for you. So a lot of times when I give advice, what I tell people is, look, this is what I would do, but ultimately it's your life. You got to do whatever works for you, as long as what you're doing is not hurting anyone. And so I say all that to say, look, yeah, you're right, Jones, I agree. When you're giving birth and when your body's getting ripped to shreds and you feel that pressure on your uterus and you feel that mental anguish of it's never going to come out, and you feel like and that's why I believe in a woman's rights to choose. Not a judge. A woman has the right to choose. I agree. So yeah, I'm in agreement, Terry. I think you might like David Goikin's book, Can't Hurt Me. Well, I'll make a note of that. I'll check that out. Thank you, Terry. Apathy. Women have it harder than men. Dropping the mic. Milano. Hey, Milano. What's up, brother? Sammy. What I learned from politics is separates people. That's true, but everything separates people. Religion separates people. Sports can separate people, but it will only separate the people that you don't vibe with. Because there's some people that I disagree with politically, but I still have friends with. I have people that are pro-Trump supporters. I voted for Hillary. I'm still friends with them. Not all, not many, but there's a lot of people that were pro-Hillary that I don't have friends with. So I think it comes back to you. There's some people in here that voted for Trump. There's some people in here that vote for Hillary. Like I said, I'm not consumed by politics. I'm not consumed by sports. I'm not consumed by religion. The most people I probably blocked in this channel were probably Christian. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. So it's like, to me, I don't care. As far as it doesn't separate me. The only thing that separates me with you is if we don't vibe. And I feel you emotionally molest me. You take my energy. You're a vampire. As I get older and mature, that's my criteria. When I was younger, I had different criteria. But, as I mature, I change my mind. That's part of being mature. And so now, politics, I talk about it, I address it. Religion, I talk about it, I address it. That's a part of a mindset. And that's what really separates people. It's a mindset. And a way you look at life. And look, you're not going to get along with everyone. And that's okay. Like I said, the philosophy is always, if you're not hurting anyone, it doesn't matter if you don't get along. You don't have to be friends with everyone. You don't. So I agree with you though, brother. Apathy. Trump said right to Schumer's face, I'll take the credit for shutdown. That was a game. That whole sit down with Pelosi and Schumer and Trump, it was all a game and they were all playing it. It takes two to tango, and it took three. That whole sit down and that, when Nancy Pelosi was saying, let's take this behind doors, she knew exactly what she was doing. And they egged Trump on to say it. But he's been egging for a fight for this for a long time. He's been waiting to shut the government down. They've all playing the game. It takes three to tango in this case. So it's a stupid thing to fight for, because it's not changing policy. It's just a symbol. If it changed a policy, if it oppressed people, I would like, all right, let's stand up for it. But it doesn't. It's a symbol. And I think it's not worth the fight. I think corporate tax reform was worth the fight. When they got rid of the individual mandate, that was the fight. But a wall, when Democrats have supported in the past, and we already have a wall, and it's not even going to build the whole wall, it's only going to build a portion of the wall, I just think it's energy misused. Let me continue to read, though. And he said, yeah, when Trump said he'll take pleasure with it. End quote, Sammy, I love you. Much respect. I respect you also. But that is the orange vomit. I know you disagree with Trump. I love you. I'm a traveling van. I feel so bad for those Fed employees. I don't, because they're going to get all their back pay. I've been laid off where I never got back pay. They're guaranteed. Look, everyone who works for the government is part of a socialist program. The military are part of a socialist program. Cops are part of a socialist program. Firefighters, socialist program. They are paid government employees that are funded by the taxpayers, run by the government, not for profit. So it's amazing to me that people who love the military, cops, firefighters, and they hate socialism, those are socialist programs. The public beaches in Florida, those are socialist. They're not private for profit. There's a lot of socialist things in society that people don't realize they're social programs, and they're part of socialism. It's not capitalism. The military is not capitalism. Police officers, not capitalism. Firefighters, not capitalism. It's a socialist program. And they're all government workers, and they're all going to get their back pay. I've mainly worked for the private sector, for corporate and private firms. And when I've been laid off, and I got laid off before Christmas, I never got any back pay. They don't even have to give you a severance. So working for the government is one of the most stable jobs. You're almost guaranteed pay. You're guaranteed a pension. And you're guaranteed a lot. But and that's why, how long do I think this will last? I'm not God, I don't know the future. It won't last past it won't last past Valentine's Day, in my opinion. It won't go, after 2-3 paychecks, then people start to feel it. 80% of people live paycheck to paycheck. Now, it doesn't matter to them because they're going to get the money back. But after they miss about 3 or 4 paychecks, that's when the pain will be real enough where they'll say, all right, we're going to stop playing the game. Let me continue to read Travel Man. I imagine an entire month with no income. I'd be so scared. Me too. I've been there, and I've been scared. Total disaster. I pray for them. I do too. I don't want to see anyone suffering, but they're guaranteed to get it back. I've been there where I haven't been guaranteed to get it back. I hope they get all the help. I do too. I don't want to see people suffer. They need to see it through. Well, I agree. I don't want to see anyone suffer. But I've been there. I've been on both sides of that coin. Apathy. I appreciate you too. Thank you. I just want to correct a typo. Go ahead. My mother was, my inspiration. Okay. Not insulation. Thank you for sharing that, Mama Mia. That's a blessing. Yeah. Look, if you've ever been blessed with a good mom, you're blessed. I'm blessed. I had a great mom. And then I stepped back and I realized not everyone had a great mom. And being a mother is a very hard thing. And my mom's not perfect. I had to get to a point in my life where I didn't put my mom on a pedestal. I started to see she played a part in some of the dysfunction. But I love her. And ultimately, she loved me, and she gave me a lot of freedom, and I've learned to give her hers and vice versa. And so it's a blessing in life. Apathy. The unthankful, the ungrateful will molest you emotionally. Huh, so damn true. 100% emoji. Good job. Data Geek. I'm so thankful to have you in my life. Well, the love is reciprocal, Data Geek. It's reciprocal. I may not be here always. That's all right. But I always thinking of you. I know you are. You're one of my biggest supporters. But Data Geek, like I say, I appreciate you. And the key word, I try to continue to use it now because I think it's such a powerful word. The love is reciprocal, meaning that it's equally given back. The respect is mutual. There's no like tug of war game for power or control. And these words that I use, reciprocal love, mutual respect, like-minded people, this is all part of developing a healthy emotional life. Okay? Because I've been unhealthy emotionally. And it's been people that were insecure, dominant, passive-aggressive, subliminal, sarcastic comments. And this is how you get molested emotionally. And this is how you lose your confidence. This is how you stop using your creativity. And this is how you go backwards in life. You get seduced. You get seduced into being submissive. And before you know it, you're the chick in 50 Shades of Grey, and you're bending over and you're getting right up the ass. That's the truth. And he's smacking you harder and harder and telling you to be submissive emotionally. Huh. Whew. Powerful. Teresa. Sam, you parked in a different spot, so I gotta switch it up, in case these mills try to get me. I'm trying to figure out that background. Yeah, see, I know these mills trying to lock me down. It ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna. I'm a moving target. They can't get a moving target. I remember them telling me that. I love you, Teresa. Hydration break. Thumbs up. I love you. Let me blow my nose too. Why not? Shit, that's all right. Milano, Sammy. When they give you a gift, Milano, let me read Milano's comment. Good job. Sammy, when they give you a gift, it's like insulting your mind. I totally agree. It's another form of manipulation. When someone gives you a gift, and when they're an unthankful person, when they do things that are hurtful to you emotionally, that gift is a form of bringing you back into their good graces, only to set you up to be abused again. Like, I think it's very sweet that sometimes, like, people who are very emotionally abusive to me, even though they don't realize it, when they give me a gift, I think it's sweet. I think it's nice. But I take it and I still make mental notes. Like, I can't fuck with that person. And I don't. Some in my family, some in my friends. I just don't mess with them. I don't try to figure them out. I don't judge them. I don't hurt them. Keep them out of my life. Why? Because this is part of that emotional well-being that I need. And that's true, brother. Good job. Teresa, prayer emoji. Good job. Apathy, Data Geek, self-care always. Yes, you got to do it. You sound like such a good person. A Data Geek is an angel. There's a scripture that says no one's perfect. You put no one on a pedestal, including me. Don't put me on a pedestal. But there's a scripture that says you have entertained angels without realizing it. And I believe in that. Queen. You're welcome, Sam. Thank you. Free to be me. 2 prayer emojis for Data Geek. Good job, Free to be me. Data Geek. Thanks, all. I'm so grateful because I know there are bigger issues. Yes. Here in this room. That's right. She's thankful. And so thankful, there you go, to have all my virtual life. Yes, magical. Much love to you. Oh, yeah, you don't even have to wear underwear. Hand clap. Muscle emoji. I love that. A lot of palm trees. Excuse me. Blow, kiss, and laugh. Laughter is good for the soul, Daddy Geek. Good job. You just got better. Queen. Yeah, they give you a gift to make you forget. Queen. Good job, damn it. Queen. Somebody give me a 100 emoji. Queen. Good job. She says, they give you a gift to make you forget. Damn it, Queen. You're on fire tonight. Good job, Queen. Apathy. I'm a traveling man. That is the very nice thing to say. He's a good guy. I know most TSA officers live paycheck to paycheck. 80% of society does. Whether it's a government worker or a private. That's true. Data Geek prayer emoji. Sensi again. I hope you're still here. That was a magical Philippine currency emoji. And she again said, thanks, Sam. It's only lets me send pesos. That's magical. Good chat. Thank you so much. And love and respect to the Philippines. Love and respect. Apathy. Very sweet, Daddy Geek. Thank you. Queen. Hello, Apathy. How are you doing? I'm a traveling man. I especially feel for the kids. Well, that's good to have compassion, brother. They are completely innocent. I agree. And they are the ones suffering. I can agree with that. And it breaks my heart. Well, that's good to have compassion, brother. Like, it's not, don't ever think it's soft or it's ignorant to have compassion. And don't think like you're getting played as a sucker. Again, like I think you have to be careful because I think if you give people an inch, they take a mile. I think people play on your emotions. But never lose your compassion. The minute you lose your compassion, I think, you might as well just check out. But again, people do abuse it, so you got to be careful. But I'm with you, brother. Apathy. $50. That's a lot of pie coffee. Yeah, it's amazing. It's such a blessing. Hook that up, Sensi. It's amazing. Apathy. Hey, Queen. Doing well, and you? M-Toff, good to see you, man. John, please do not stop doing videos. Thank you, man. Your videos are very good, John, man. Thank you, brother. That's a nice comment, man. That means something to me. Thank you, John. Thank you. Apathy. So true. So many of those Fed workers have young children. Big mortgage. I've been there. Car note, disaster. I've been there. On and on. Yep. The American nightmare. Guys, I posted a statistic on my community tab page on my YouTube channel today. And this is a recent statistic that basically 80% of society, 8 out of 10 people you meet every day are living paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes in life, and I put a reminder in my phone years ago, every night at 7 o'clock, I have a reminder that goes off in my phone that says, Sam, remember how pain feels. Because there's been different times in my life where I overcame things. I overcame obesity, or I overcame unhealthy relationship, or I overcame poverty or being in debt or whatever. And I got arrogant in my overcoming, and I forgot how scary and painful it is to not be there, to be in the place of feeling vulnerable. And this is where empathy is needed. Because if you get your life in order and you start, now you're healthy, you tend to forget how hard it is for some people to get their health together. If you pay off debt and then all of a sudden, you've been working for a little bit, you tend to forget how scary it is to have no money coming in, and then you have to borrow money from people and they control you and they manipulate you, and you have to, I've been there, and it sucks. Don't live in the past. Don't guilt trip yourself. You shouldn't feel guilty. You shouldn't feel like you have to save the world. But you should remember your pain to the point that you remember compassion, and to step back from your energy, to control yourself, and to remember you didn't always have it figured out, and you weren't always in a good streak. Like AJ's down there trading stocks in Miami. Don't forget the days you've been broken. Don't forget, if you didn't have that big amount of money and, you went through a couple of accounts, you wouldn't be trading stocks. You'd be working at Target. Any of us can be broken at any time, including me. And I have been broken in life, and this is why I'm sharing this part. Until you've been broken, I don't think you'll ever realize why empathy is important. Because when you've been broken, it slows you down big time. Okay? Good job. Where were we at? Apathy. Uncle Sam is emotionally and financially raping the federal officers, especially TSA. No one likes the TSA. I'm not mad at them. They get crap from all angles. I can understand it. Yeah, I'm not mad at them. Fabs. Sage. Simple here. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. How are you? Sal. Hey, Sam. I hope you're doing well this evening. I'm doing great. I'm glad I made this live stream tonight. I'm glad you came too. Love and respect you, brother. Love and respect you also. Stay you. Sal, love and respect to Texas. And I appreciate you, man. You've always been a positive brother, man. That matters to me. Thank you, Sal. Smart, thank you. Apathy. Thank you for the virtual love. It's all love. Your powerful rants speak to me. Well, thank you. And that's what you want to focus on. You want to focus on the people that you speak to. There's going to be people that you don't speak to, that don't get you. There's going to be professional critics. There's going to be people that are just people of contention. Their whole life is centered around nothing. But there's a certain group of people that really get you, that really need you to be you. And you won't be you when you allow yourself to be molested by someone who's just a contentious person. And they're pouring all their energy into causing problems rather than fixing their own life. And that's why their whole life will be a disaster. And they'll emotionally control and manipulate people all the way to their grave. Like Apathy said, if you look at Fab's life, or if you look at other people like that, if you look at the collateral damage, if you look at the other people that are in their life, it's a complete disaster, and they're part of that disaster. They have committed abuse in the worst kind. Emotional, abusing people along the way. Low character, evil, nasty people. And it's a total disgrace. Praise the Lord. And then she goes, thank you for the virtual love. Same to you. Your powerful rant speak to me. Thank you. You made a great video today. Thank you. By the way, rainbow emoji and smile. Thank you, Teresa. Excellent analogy with Chloe, and so true. Thank you, Teresa. Apathy. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. He's just another collateral damage guy. I'm a travel man. Uploading. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, traveling man, It's total time. Good job, traveling man. You like my boss? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not mad at you. Yeah, but overall, it was a great day for me. And I am very thankful. Hold on one second. I just had to, good job. Okay, good. Apathy. Fab62, you are sick. Oh, yeah, don't worry. He's gone forever. I'll never see him again a day in my life. Ghost emoji. I'm a traveling man. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, very bye, much. Bye, everybody wave. Brendan. Why do people like making fun of others' insecurities when they know it hurts the person? Because it's their only form of control. It's their only way to exert power. A weak person, a person who can't control their own emotions, they have to control someone else's. And that's what my father was. He couldn't control his own anger, his own insecurities. So instead of him working on his own life, sometimes, not all the times, sometimes he would exert that over other people. And so that's all it is. It's just weak people who, and this is, look, I don't even want to try to figure out people. It's just people you don't want to be around. Like I got in that whole game too. Like, let's break this down. Like as a therapist, as psychology. Look, don't even try to figure certain people out. If you don't get along with certain people, or if they try to emotionally molest you, don't even like figure them out. Just say bye, bye, Felicia. Like Traveling Van will say, and your life just got better very quickly without a lot of explanation. Good job. Good job, Traveling Van. Daddy Geek. This is powerful for work as well. It is. Especially for those bosses that molest us. Great comment. Knowingly and playing behind a rude comment. There you go. With a laugh like they're kidding. Yeah, I hate that. I am like, whatever. Speaking on Sam. Daddy Geek, you know what it is. Daddy Geek, let me tell you this. You're an intelligent woman that built her career. You can be a manager anywhere. Okay? And so don't let anyone make you quit, but know your worth. Any company would be lucky to have you. And you shouldn't go to war with any employee. Don't go to war with your boss. There's no wisdom in that. But just remember, at the end of the day, when you bring value to the table, you're always going to be able to get a job. You're always going to be okay. There was a season of my life I worked in a pizzeria. I did whatever I had to do. But a person of good rapport will figure it out, and God's grace will be with you along the way. And look, I could tell by your mindset. Look, I don't know what anyone really looks like. I mean, you can only tell so much. The profile pictures, some are real, some are, you don't know what the hell's out there. What we connect with online is mindset. Okay. Mindset and being, me and Daddy Geek have a similar mindset, and that's the vibe. And when you don't have a similar mindset, why are you keeping them in your life? I mean, it's going to be a tug of war of power. It's going to be who can influence the other mindset. I don't want to try to control people. If you don't dig me, that's fine. I don't want to control you, but don't control me. Don't try to change me. And I don't want to change you. And there's a time and a place in life to have people around you that don't have the same mindset. It's good to have different perspective. But there's some parts of a mindset that there's no compromise. The ungrateful, there's no compromise for me. Now, if someone's dealt a hard hand and they got a vent, I can understand that. And Daddy Geek over here in pain, been through a lot in life, all I'm hearing is thankfulness. What's that? That's a mindset. And that's also she's touched by God. But look, you don't want to spend your life pissing in the wind. You want to be around people with the right mindset. Apathy, bye, Felicia, good job. JX says religion causes division. It does, but so does politics. So does atheism. I know atheists that couldn't get along. I know scientists that couldn't get along. Everything causes division. You can be in the same family. You can be atheists. You can be intelligent, and you're still not getting along. So I think that's a little bit of an overplayed quote. I understand a quote. I think it has value. But I also think that people just don't get along in nature. Doesn't matter what you believe or what you don't believe. So don't blame everything on religion. Something is just a mindset. It's a mindset of a nasty person. Terry? Wow, I saw your Instagram before and after photo. Well done. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Yeah, it took me about 3 years to lose 200 pounds. I've sustained it all for about 4 years now. So altogether, about an 8-year health journey, close to it. And like I say, part of that was I had to separate myself from a lot of people, a lot of mindsets, and a lot of that journey, a lot of people said I got too intense. And I can understand for a portion of it, I did get pretty intense, pretty extreme. But guess who was going to help me lose weight? Myself. I didn't go to Weight Watchers. I didn't join a gym. I walked every night. I walked into blizzards. I walked crying after a breakup. I walked after losing my dog. I walked for like fucking, I just kept walking like Tom Hanks in whatever movie when he went for that chocolate. I walked until I find myself. Is it the answer for everyone? No. Was it the answer for me? It worked for me. That's all I can share is my life. Terry, man, thank you again, man. Thank you, Terry. Love and respect. Thank you. Sal, moving forward is the way to go. I totally agree. Sunglass face and thumbs up. Thank you. You speak the truth. I'm just speaking my truth. Thank you. On that, Sam. Peace and love to you. Peace be with you also, Sal. Thank you. Smack a dog. Hey, I know. Now, he don't really mean smack a dog. He's from NYC. I see him on my Instagram. What's up, Nomad? Been a while. I still remember you, though. Might be moving to South Carolina. Well, that's better than up north in NYC next month. Good and bad experiences there. North Carolina and South Carolina are country southern states. Not my vibe. I love them. There's people in here from North Carolina, South Carolina. Please don't get offended. I know some will. But look, I say New Jersey is a disaster. So if I'm going to call New York a disaster, I grew up there. I mean, I got to be able to speak the truth, okay? In my opinion, in my experience. And for me, South Carolina, it's better weather-wise than up north, but it's very country. It's a very country southern state, man. And so it's not my vibe. I like a little bit more culture, a little more diversity. You know what I mean? And so Florida, especially South Florida, there's parts in Florida that it's my vibe. It's a lot of diversity. It's got an up north feel without being up north. Everyone's different though. I know some people that love. I grew up with a guy. He bought a house in South Carolina. He loves South Carolina. So again, understand I'm only giving my perspective. And again, you should do like I did, visit a place for 2 years and explore the area, because South Carolina, there's different parts. There's Hilton Head, and then there's middle of nowhere, South Carolina, just like Florida. There's some jobs in North Carolina, South Carolina, not for me. I didn't leave New Jersey to go halfway to Florida. I left New Jersey to go to Florida, and I had to be South Florida. But that's me. So everyone's different. But South Carolina, the culture's not going to, it's going to be a different vibe. So you got to visit it to kind of understand what I'm saying. I love you. Good job. Woohoo. Sam, I watched a documentary a couple months ago, and it said daylight affects over 500 sensors in the brain. I could believe that. Pretty crazy. Woo, that's an excellent comment, man. I didn't know that, but I could agree. Like on Saturday in South Florida, it was 80 degrees. The sun was out. Vitamin D was just soaking in my body. And what I could tell you is I felt alive. And that's why actually for me, in the winter, even though it's good sleeping weather, I like it in the summer in Florida. I like it hot with vitamin D all over my body and my juices flowing. In the way, it's too cold. Like 70 degrees, too cold for me. And that sun and that heat, there's something about it that speaks to my soul. And I could definitely understand if it lights up 500 sensors in my brain. I think that's good. Good job. Alice, thank you again, superhero. Alice, thank you. Love to you. Peace to you on your journey. No pain. I pray you get no pain, but when you get the pain, be as positive as possible and go forward. Apathy. Superhero, true. Thank you. All love. Candid. Hey, Candy. Hey, Sam, how are you doing? Overall, I feel positive. I'm thankful for the good people in my life. There's some negative ones that come in, but I eliminate them as soon as they come in. I no longer try to play a therapist. I no longer try to play, I'm going to save you from being miserable in life. I'm done with that game. I wasted years of my life trying to figure out why are people so angry and what can I do to make them happy. What I do now is I just cut people out of my life that don't make me happy. I don't hurt them. I still want the best for them, but I have to do me now. And I have to be around other people that support me. I want to support them. I don't want to be controlled. I don't want to control people. So that's how I'm doing. That's my mindset. I don't want to be emotionally molested by people who are not going to do the work of their life, and they're going to put all their pain on me, and they're never going to lift a finger to uplift me. I don't want to be around those people. I love you. Alice is grinning. Good job. Tony, Sam, how are you doing? How are you doing? Any trolls? There's a couple, but nothing major, and that's part of life, and I accept that, and I'm going forward. Thank you, Tony, for being supportive. Woohoo, Sam. My channel is very low-key. I'm not mad at you. It's just gaming and dinging. I'm not mad at you. You're doing what makes you happy, brother, and I support you. I support anyone doing what makes them happy. Good job. Tony. Woohoo, you DJ. What kind of music? Queen. I'm playing a cat game. Good cat emoji to you, Queen. Good job. I love cats. Well, I don't like cats. I like dogs better, but I'm not mad at you, Tony. Oh, yes, there's some gotcha. Me too. I have too. Yes, that's what she's waiting on. Apathy. The Tungacha, I Googled it because Queen said she was waiting on for it to get delivered. And it's like a little game, I guess, with cats. I never heard of it, but I Googled it. Apathy. I lost 105 pounds. Good job. In 9 months. Wow. On Weight Watchers. All right, well, let me listen to your experience. But it was more about the love and support, okay, I got from their other people in the same boat, not their meal plan. That's fair. Now, did you keep it off? I'm interested in that. You lost 100 pounds on Weight Watchers in 9 months. Did you keep it off? And are you still buying the meal plans? That's going to be the key. I want to hear your testimony, and I want to show respect. But if you tell me, I'm telling you right, I didn't read the other comment. If you tell me you put that 100 pounds back on, then I'm going to totally blast Weight Watchers. So you better tell me that you kept that 105 pounds off, or else all hell's going to break loose on this channel. Apathy. I love guys too, Queen. Good job, Teresa. Don't listen to that timer, Sam. I love you, Teresa. Queen, thank you, Teresa. Queen, okay. Queen's laughing. Good to laugh. Jalen, do people got to try and mess you up when they see you moving towards your goals? Jalen, I totally agree with that. Yeah, don't let them. Just block them. Good job, Jones. I love cats too, Queen and Apathy. Queen, okay, Jones. Thomas, man, thank you for the support, man. I apologize for being late. No apologize for. You got freedom, brother. To your live chat, man. No, I appreciate your positive comments you left on my videos. I didn't get the notification. That's okay. I agree with everything you said so far. Perfect one. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Love and respect. Thank you for all the positive comments on my video. I read them. And the same back to you. The love is reciprocal. It's equal and mutual. Apathy. Trump is man baby, with no empathy. Well, he doesn't have empathy, but he has a little bit more strength than some of the Democrats. So the Democrats are a little pussyfoots, but they have more empathy. We got to find balance. We got to find balance in between Pelosi and Trump. There's got to be a middle ground somewhere. Please pray for us. Tony, he's a mean one, Mr. Trump. He can be. Alice, we need to take care of ourselves. Alice, praise the Lord. Self-care is the best care. Good job. But I want to say this too. Because I had a mom who's obese, and I know plenty of people in my family. There's some people in life that can't take care of themselves. I used to be a little bit more conservative where I just say, now I believe that, take care of yourself. I take care of myself. But I've also learned in life there's some people that can't take care of themselves. That's why we have to have certain social programs, and we have to be an empathetic society. And I remember watching an episode of the Kardashians, and that's when being a little bit hard on him. And his mother said, don't forget that some people, they can't take care of themselves. And there are certain parts in our life where we can't take care of ourselves. We need help. And because I've been broken, I can appreciate that. But I totally agree with self-care. Queen, yes, we sure do. Apathy, trust me, Sammy. The TSA officers, I'm not mad at them, are stuck in a living hell. I'm not mad at them. They are radiated every day. I can understand that. They are used and abused by management, not by me, who makes six-figure salaries. Well, I'm not abusing them. I support everyone. I'm not mad at that. Apathy. Yes, we do, Alice, yeah, self-care. Chris, 50 Shades laughing. Yeah, you saw that movie. It was a disaster. Queen, I can't wait until this is all over with. Queen want that shutdown to end. I'm not mad at that. Apathy. Oh, no, not 50 Shades. Yeah, it's the analogy. The analogy was good, though. In life, you are either the bug or the window. Yes. You're either the girl getting spanked in the ass or guy, or you're the dominant. But you can't. There is a part of life that you're not getting spanked and that you're not being dominated. There are certain relationships that are equal. They're reciprocal. Not easy to find, but you're never going to find them when you're around the controlling person. Make a mental note. Good job. Apathy. It will be, Queen. It's just another season. That's right. It will pass. Yeah, good job, Apathy. Tony, I see you troll. Yeah, I'm going to get you. Get him, Tony. Good job. Cheryl. Hey, everyone. Oh, Diane. Hey, Diane. Good to see you. Sensi, you're welcome. Thank you, Sensi. That was magical. Love and respect to you. Thank you. Teresa, 3-100s. 808 killer. Made it down to Pompano Beach, Florida. Loving this warm weather. Or brother, congratulations. Hand clap emoji to you. You are in the best, you're in the best part of Florida, in my opinion. Southeast Florida. Magical place. In my opinion, some people would totally despise it. So everyone's different. I don't want to be fair with that. But brother, welcome and have a great time, man. Florida's magical. Tony, swatting trolls like Mutombo. He was one of my favorite players in the NBA. He was a good center. Queen, yes, I forgot. Oh, guilt trip. Good job, Queen. A guilt trip is a form of manipulation. That's emotional abuse. And Queen, you totally nailed it. Cheryl, I've been there for a year now. Okay, good. Queen, 100 emoji. Tony, Sam, I reported the troll. Good job. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. Chris, 808 Killer, you from Hawaii? I'm a traveling man. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, good job. 1963. Good job, check out, man. 1963 Jones. I've always felt positive after your videos. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Believe me, the encouragement is reciprocal. Thank you very much. Cool beer, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tony, like his 2 subscribers, self-care can do anything. Self-care is huge. I totally agree. Queen, I sure hope so. Apathy. Traveling man. The troll got pimp slapped. until last week. Yeah, Charlie, man, you know this. Queen said bye, Felicia. Good job. Yolanda, hey, Yolanda. Looks like I missed a lot. That's okay. Hoping all's well. I hope you're doing good. I'll catch up tomorrow. Love to you. Thank you, Sam, for showing up. Thank you for being here. We love you. I do look forward to you being here. Thank you. Well wishes to you. Same back to you, Yolanda. Traveling van. Yeah, pimp slapped that machine. Yeah. Tony. Traveling van. Damn. All right. I hate trolls. Yeah. Yolanda. For Forrest Gump. That was it. Good job. Gilbert. Sammy. This cold weather is molesting me right now. I know. That's why I got out of there. It has restricted what I'm able to do. I've been there. I'm fighting it. Yeah. Gilbert, I totally understand that. And that's part of the reason why I moved out of New Jersey. Tony. Sorry to hear that, Gilbert. It's cold here too. 12 degrees. Oh, Terry. From San Francisco, now in North Georgia. Definitely different. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you know. Good people everywhere. That's right. That's a great comment, Terry. And I totally, as I mature, there is good and bad people everywhere. Good people in New York, good people in South Carolina, good people in Virginia, good people in San Francisco, good people in Georgia, good people in Florida, bad people there. So the key with everything is if you don't separate yourself from the bad people, you're never going to see the good people. That's key. But I want to also then be sincere in saying, for everyone, you're going to have a different thing that speaks to your soul. Like for me, you know, South Florida speaks to my soul. For Traveling Van, Northwest Florida speaks to a soul. For Terry, Georgia, you know, everyone has a different vibe. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what makes the world go round. So just embrace your vibe. I'm a traveling man. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, 2 Duke emojis for that one. Good job, Queen. Troll, yeah, he's gone. Queen, don't worry. Yeah, Queen. Bye, Jerk. Yeah, he's done. Traveling man. Interlizing. Bye, Felicia program. We're using it very good tonight. Queen, okay. Tony, attention trolls, keep playing. I'm a detox you. Good job. Queen's laughing. Good. I'm a traveling man. Bye, Felicia. It's powerful. Gilbert, thumbs up. Thank you, brother. Prayer at Tony. Good job. Tony's a good guy. Queen, 100 and that a cat emoji. Apathy. Yep, I kept it off, and then she's pointing. Oh, okay, all right, that's fair. I exercise every day, 1 hour daily. Good job. I also watch what I eat. That's the key. Look, eating and weight management, it's 80% what you eat, 10%, 20% workout. I don't do fast food at all. Well, that's key. Good job. I never did the meal plans at all. All right, well, let me mature and grow, and let me step back from me bashing Weight Watchers. Now, I don't agree. It didn't work for me. Well, I never did it, but now I'll have to mature and be a little bit more sensitive then to me bashing them. It may take me time, but I appreciate you sharing your journey. If you're being honest that you lost 100 pounds and you kept it off and Weight Watchers sincerely helped you, then I respect your viewpoint and I want to try to grow then. Norma, just start following you. Thank you. Thanks for sharing your perspective. Thank you. I'm outfitting my car to move into. I love your positivity. Thank you. I appreciate that. Positive vibes back to you. Yolanda, the bug on the window, ain't that the truth? Yeah. 808. Swan Bama left 22 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm over it. Me and you on the same page. Apathy. 4 below in Boston. Oh, today, I trapped inside. Bloody awful. It's a bloody nightmare out there, Tony. 4 below. Damn, that's oh hell no. Weather right now. 808. Lived in Boston from 1995. 1992 to 1995. Ugh, never again. I understand that. Guys, I love you. I'm exhausted, but together, we shared a lot. We built each other up. And thank you, Stansky. I appreciate that. Thank you, Stansky. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Sensi. Thank you, Alice, for super chats. Thank you for everyone who clicked the thumbs up button. Thank you for everyone for leaving a live comment. Thank you for everyone sharing your life with me. I'm learning. Every day I learn a little bit. And I grow. And that's part of life. And Terry says, I work out now because I hate it. It's me controlling myself, trying to do more uncomfortable things. Amen. I mean, look, as I get older, there's more resistance. I don't have the energy that I did when I was younger. And I don't walk as long. I don't work out as much. So, just make the most of your life. Just realize, look, I got to be honest with you. Like, I'm not going to be in my 60s, 70s and working out at a very high, intense pace. So try to make the most of your life when you have the opportunity and do the best you can. Apathy. We had an awesome team leader in Weight Watchers. Okay. Her name was Merle Thorne, and she was such a positive person. And she cared about us. That mattered. Well, that's a good comment. Love does cover a multitude of sin. Love does cover a multitude of excess pounds. Who's my hero? My mom. Was she perfect? No. But the biggest gift I got from her was love. And so whether you get that love from your mom or a lady in Weight Watchers or man wherever, I mean, love is when someone allows you to be yourself, when they don't judge you, and you don't feel intimidated. And like I say, I'm still learning. I'm glad you shared that, because I gotta now refine myself in how I look at Weight Watchers and how I talk. I'll refine myself. I'm still going to be me and speak how I feel about it. Sometimes I may just say F Weight Watchers. I did that today on my Instagram. But I'm making mental notes as I get older and as I learn and as I grow. So thank you. Tony, hey, okay. Yeah, I'm not mad at you. Tony, I love you, man. Traveling van, have a good night, Sam. Thank you, brother. Sleep a night away. Stay warm, brother. You too. It's going to be a little cool, but it's going to be good sleeping weather. Data Geek. For all new viewers, can see more Sammy on Instagram as you get my Instagram tag, the word inspire_38. Thank you. Show some love. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. Peace and love. Try to stay as positive as possible.